it too windy? I went into the courtroom today to sit in the press section and take notes and observe the charge to the jury. It was a spectacular demonstration of what this case is about, property versus life. Every single specification of the charge to the jury had to do with the violation of GE's property. The defendants deported themselves with extraordinary tolerance and beauty. They got up in the middle of the trial, in the middle of the charge to the jury, and they turned their backs on the judge. Having done that, various members of the spectators slowly got up one at a time and turned their backs to the judge. After a half hour of reading the charges, the judge suddenly looked up because he heard humming in the courtroom. People were very quietly humming Gumbaya, and the humming slowly increased in intensity. The guards looked around, they didn't know what to do. And Judge Salas suddenly seemed to lose his mind, something which I think he's done on many occasions in this case. He suddenly shouted, "Stop that humming, or I'll clear the courtroom." The humming, of course, continued, and he ordered the courtroom cleared. As he did that, a priest, not one of the defendants, but a priest got up and said, "Clear the courtroom of injustice." And the people filed out slowly. There was nothing hard or violent about it. The police were reasonable. But the court was cleared, and I suppose the judge is at this point has now just about finished his charge to the jury.
Why didn't you stay in the press section yourself?
I felt, first of all, extremely unhappy about sitting down and not standing myself, but I was there to write, and I have all that garbage to carry and write, so I couldn't stand. But I could no longer stand. I could no longer bear Judge Salas's behavior, which I found to be inimical to any concept of basic justice or even any basic understanding of the law. It seems to me impossible that any appeals court would not overturn whatever ruling is made by this judge on innumerable occasions, including our own request, as we said before, just to simply go in and film an empty courtroom. I now know why he does it, because there's a stink in that courtroom after he leaves it. Who the hell is he? I don't know. Do you see who I mean? The guy with the glasses there with the corduroy jacket?
Yeah.
Heavy set, brown. Yeah.
Wait in line, but nobody can get out upstairs.
That worked.
Yeah. Very well. Trade that with CBS?
We don't have to trade that. No. Mary Ann says that the CBS guy is simply, a union camera person, and that it would be his job if he traded it with us. But we should all be there when the verdict comes out. My guess, by the way, is that it's going to be 10-2 for conviction. I don't think they're going to get it. I don't think they're going to get what they want. There's one woman in there, a young, attractive woman, who I think would vote for their crucifixion, not just their blondish hair, but not just for their. And it is rumored, and this is a rumor that it devolves on us to find the truth about. It is rumored that her mother works for a judge in this building, and that she lives at home with her mother. If that isn't a tainted juror, if that's true, that's a rumor. But if that rumor is correct, that as sure as one tainted juror. Say something. You're on camera.
Nothing really. No, I'm not saying anything.
Let's go look at that Supreme Court.
Let's get it out here. Tom? Get right in front of this area here. We need to stand here so we can get perspective of anybody coming in.
free someday.
There'll be no more war.
There'll be no more wars. There'll be no more wars. There'll be no more wars someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that there'll be no
Time passing, where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago, where have all the flowers gone? Gone to graveyards, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the children gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young men gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young men gone? Gone to graveyards, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the young men gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young men gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young men gone? Gone to graveyards, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the soldiers gone? Gone to graveyards, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time passing. Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time ago. Where have all the graveyards gone? Gone to flowers, everyone. When will they ever learn?
Let's go, man.
We're rolling, huh?
Yeah, we're rolling.
And if they want to go up there and behave the way they behave, they should take their collar off and say that they represent themselves. And the press should say so. They do not represent our church.
Well, I haven't heard any of them say that so far.
They use reverend, and they have no right to. One of them has been excommunicated. Before his name, he used the word reverend and father.
The only person,
he is no father.
The only person I heard call him reverend today was Judge Salas, frankly.
Well,
he calls
frankly, if you
himself
see his literature, then you'll see his name prefaced by reverend.
That's Dan, not Phillips. What?
I think we have a...
Well, no, we don't have.
Question.
I do.
Let's keep going. We're out of tape.
We're running.
But if you wait, we'll put some more in
More
there.
tape, sure.
Don't cut it up and put me out of context.
No, we won't do that. Let you say that too now, because you should say that, because that's a fair way to treat what you're saying.
All right.
I'll ask this gentleman a few questions.
Okay, let him do it.
You talked about law and they are breaking the law. Do you know anything about the Boston Tea Party?
I know plenty about the Boston Tea Party, and that
Did they
has
break the
no
law?
that has no reference to this.
Did they break the
I'll
law?
tell you why. Can I answer your question? because at the time we had a Boston Tea Party, we had a totalitarian government here. There was no representation from the people here. Now we don't have a totalitarian government. We have a democratic republic. So how do you complete, and every time I hear this from everyone in the news
Martin
media,
Luther
they
King broke
compare
the law.
this to this. You're comparing apples to footballs.
Okay. How about Martin Luther King? Did he break the law?
Did Martin Luther King break the law? He may have.
Now, what do you think of him?
If he broke the law, then he should pay a penalty for breaking the law, same as I should, and you.
J. Edgar Hoover broke the law more than any man in the history of this country, and he broke the law in reference to Martin Luther King. And he was...
J. Edgar Hoover broke the law, let's all face the music, if he did.
Oh, he did.
Is this the interviewer, the neutral, the
Oh, he's neutral.
objective
Yeah,
interviewer?
he's...
Oh, I'm not objective.
Oh, my word.
I'm not objective. Are you objective? What are you objective about?
I hope not. I'm never going to be objective.
I'm never objective.
Very
One
subjective.
final thing.
I'm never objective.
Very subjective, I am.
I'm never objective either. Let him... Okay,
Say one
let
more
us
thing.
say the thing.
Today, democracy is on trial here. These people want to destroy democracy, and that is what's on trial. If every man who felt strongly about whatever he wanted to do went out and just did it, you would have no civilization. These people are anarchists. And if we're going to maintain our civilization, we have to maintain order, and they're going to have to pay the penalty for violating the law.
I know a good many anarchists. I don't see any anarchists here. I see
If you
Christians
were in that,
here.
have you been in the courtroom, sir? Then you're
I've been in the
mistaken.
courtroom.
Did you see how they acted and mistreated the judge here?
Does this man represent himself as an interviewer, a reporter, reporting the
One
news?
not a
sided,
reporter.
and I hope
I
this
see
thing
it.
won't be cut up into pieces.
I'm
And put it in there the way I said it.
Oh, you're going to sell it.
Yeah,
Okay.
sell it to CBS would buy it from you.
What is your name?
My name is Emile deAntonio, and I'm happy to say that I was
From where?
on Bloody
Where are you
Nixon's
from?
enemies list.
Where you?
I'm from New York City.
Okay. deAntonio.
Oh, that's just a plug for me, that's all. What's your name? Hey, what is your name, please? What is your name?
Richard Nixon.
Hey, now you're lying! Now you're lying!
Where'd you get your coat? Well, we know his name is Richard Nixon.
That is great. That is great.
I'd rather stay here.
Are you out of TV? Yeah. How you
held
doing? Okay. You know, quiet.
That applause was for Bruce Eckel, prosecutor.
That John made at one time, that this whole court proceedings are typical of like what they do every time to like poor people in this country. They make their own laws.
Hey, I like that. Comes the juror. Judge of the
Innocent.
Yeah. We're all jurors, right?
I put my hand in your hands, Schuchardt, anytime.
Oh, I do.
I think up to the office for a second.
John, how do you find the defendants?
How do you find the defendants? You go look for them. Oh, as a juror. Oh, not guilty.
Or else you find him at GE plant.
Yeah, right.
That's great.
I wasn't even coming. I was listening to what he's on there saying. That wasn't all that great, but I really didn't want to get put out.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
John, do you remember several years ago you were in the Remember I made maybe 100 sheets for letterhead.
And they never let it come in.
Yeah. It's coming back. I think I still have it, so quite.
Well, that's gone quite a few places since then. You formed it into a cross.
Yes.
Right. I just had written it out, and yeah, that cross was a beautiful idea.
But I still have like 100 copies, but they never would get them through. Just a few.
George of Common Pleas, Montgomery County.
Well, he's got one too.
So do I.
Send them to friends. Put one in every letter.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was using with stationery. But, great.
He went over.
Dan, you inspired me to my first act of civil disobedience this morning. I don't know where I'm going to go from here, but I'll
Come right along.
Believe it or not, me too.
You too.
I was put out there, yeah. Well,
Yeah. Put out as they put themselves out.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well.
Will you have room for us all, John?
Where?
Wherever you go.
In the Montgomery County prison?
Dorothy, they said pack the jails, eh?
Pack the jails.
Pack the jails,
Sure.
right. Yeah. Widen the prison gates.
Well, we thank you. You really all have deserved something to eat now.
Mm-hmm.
And so have we.
I think you probably are hungry, I hope.
Even the judge is earning his living.
That's right, he's working overtime.
Right.
Hanging judge.
So let's go. We'll see you later, huh? Thank you.
No, yeah.
Asking if there's any chance I can.